What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be taking a look at week 3 of the MyTEAM GOAT event in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. It's nothing really new, but we do see the new rewards. And honestly, guys, my personal opinion, slightly underwhelming. Now, I want to start with this. The GOAT players in this event were more expensive than I figured they would be. After, the cards got leaked, I was like, you know what? It is what it is, but, hopefully they're cheap. They're not cheap. Like, Tim Thomas is still 30 GOAT cards, and he's not as good as Michael Beasley was in week 1 of the event for less GOAT cards. Like, the whole event just, in my opinion, this is just me, feels slightly backwards, right? It feels like, this week 1 event was better than the week 3 event. And so that's just kind of my approach to it, but it is what it is at the end of the day. We'll go over, talk about this event, those types of things. Now, I want to start with this. What have we seen as far as challenges? Well, kind of similar to the past 2 weeks. We see the glow challenges, we're going to see a highlight, and then we're going to see another challenges. So you're probably going to be able to get 3 GOAT cards from the challenges. You're probably going to be able to grind another one on Sunday. You're going to get one for every win as you do grind the game. And then in King of the Court, you guys can see this week, you will get these same type of rewards that we have seen in recent weeks. So it is what it is. But it's kind of the same thing we've seen in recent weeks. Like, and honestly, this week is so underwhelming that I'm not super worried about it if I were you guys. Now, here's the thing I would look at for you guys out there. If this card right here can help you, that's what you need to look for. Because Rudy G is really good. And is nearly as good as, a Luol Deng type of card. The problem for me is I've already got this card unsellable for winning King of the Court last week. But if you get this card, he's really good. I mean, his release isn't necessarily the quickest, but he is a good card, has a good cross, has Francis. Like, this card is really good. Similar kind of to what Patrick Ewing was last week. That's what he is obviously going to be able to provide. Big O for 30, cards isn't great. Karl Malone is fine, but not necessarily crazy. Same thing with D-Rob MPJ. Can get the 100 overall pack as normal. Can get the Glow 10 box. Can get the Season 7 super pack. And then get legend badges. That's kind of the whole approach that I would take towards this event. Similar to last week, right? Get Rudy. Get the 10 box. Get the legend badges. Get the 100 overalls if you want. And then move forward with this. Because when I look at the GOAT cards in this event, they're so underwhelming for everybody. Not even just like no money spent players, the fact that there's still no middle ground. It's either 2 GOAT cards or 20. There's no middle ground. But more so than that, the cards that there aren't that special. Like last week, obviously I didn't love these cards. Sean Bradley was an incredibly long grind. But when I look at it this week, I actually, LaMelo for 25 GOAT cards isn't necessarily the worst, but it's still not worth it in my opinion. Like, I think LaMelo is probably the most worth it, but I still don't think he ultimately is worth it. And if there is a card that's worth it, it's probably LaMelo, but that's it. And so, like, if am I wrong to be like underwhelmed with this event? I don't think it's anything crazy. I don't think it's anything cool. And like, even for me, I have a bunch of VC. If this event would have been something worth it, I would have thought about, probably opening up this box. But like, with the event being what it is, I don't even feel the incentive to open up this pack. And honestly, I was thinking about it today, and I was like, I'll probably open packs. And then I was like, like with my King of the Court VC, and then I was like, you know what? That just doesn't even sound fun because I don't even want these event cards. Like, LaMelo would be cool, but I don't even want him because is he that much better than this LaMelo I got? No. He's, very slightly probably better because of the release, but it's nothing really game breaking. And so that's kind of where I'm at with this, where it's like, I've already got LaMelo. I've already got unsellable Rudy G. And so now I'm just kind of in the same spot that I was in, last week of, I mean, there's nothing really to do with it. Like, even playing in King of the Court, guys. You're telling me we only get, and I'm not hating, but you're telling me we only get 5 GOAT cards for winning King of the Court or 3 for finishing in the top 1%, and you can't do anything with them unless you get 20. To me, it's all, these whole events are structured so you guys get some of these GOAT event cards, get 5 or 10 of them, and then think, oh, let me rip packs so I can go get the rest of them. That's the way that this whole thing is structured. That's why there is no middle ground here. And I don't love it. It's just not for me, right? And that's just not what I'm going to do. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, well, Ty, open the Hoff box. No, I'm not ever going to open the Hoff box because it's horrible value. It's horrible value. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. It is horrible value. So, I mean, with the event, with, you know, the pack market, with the Hoff box, it is what it is. I'm not going to sit up here and you know, open packs right now. It's just, in my opinion, not worth it. I know I got the VC, but my squad's in a good position. I don't need to do anything crazy. But, I mean, again, I don't mind this card. Similar to like last week, right? If you had Patch Ewing last week, if you got Rudy G this week, people are saying Rudy's underwhelming. I think the card's just fine, honestly. But if you get those two guys, what else are, like, what else, I mean, what else can you hate on? You know, like, I guess that's where I'm at with things, where it's like, I can't hate on a free invincible, you know, Rudy, who I actually think is solid. You combine him with Patrick Ewing, you combine them with some free 100 overalls. Like, one thing I will say with all of these events, week in, week out, are for no money spent players, they're solid. Like, my no money spent is really leveled up. But the problem with Rudy, or one of the problems with Rudy, is this, right? We got this card yesterday for free, and I like him just as good. I know, obviously, he doesn't have Francis, but I love Melo's release. I think he is just as good. And so those are the things to maybe think about for yourselves is, you know, what are guys that can help your squad out? You know, and for me, it's just tough because my squad's really good. And so, you know, even with this GOAT event, like Tim Thomas would help my squad out, but and Luol Deng could maybe make it better. But I just refuse to spend that much, you know, to open packs, or, you know, to grind that much for cards that are barely going to help my squad out. So how would I approach today? And I always talk about this with the new event, with everything. I would grind the Glow 10 bucks. I would grind this festival and then move forward, right? Like that's what I would do, right? You do need eventually 3 Glow players. That's why I would recommend you guys going and grinding this out first. This is easy. You got to make 15 threes over triple threat games, get points, assists, rebounds with centers, 10 dunks with Bucks players, 1 double-double with the shooting guard, win 2 breakout games, and win a multiplayer game. You can get this challenge done literally super quickly, right? It's not going to take you long whatsoever, but it's just like, at the core of it, I wish I could sit up here in front of you guys and say that this would be worth the grind and that this event is worth grinding. But to me, it's just not. It's a week 3 festival event, and I feel like we're going backwards. I feel like week 1 with AK and Michael Beasley is better than week 3 with like Tim Thomas and LaMelo Ball. And you guys might disagree, and if that's you guys, that's okay. But like for me, that's where I'm at with things. I'm going to get the 10 box here. I'm going to get the legend badges that I always do. And guess what, guys? From the event legend badges, my Ralph now has 37 legends, right? Like, I have upgraded my team because of these, you know, legend badges. My Braun is sitting there with 17. So, like, my team continues to get better with the event. It's just not in the way you maybe think. So, that's where I'm at. I'm not going to hate entirely on it, but it is what it is. Not opening packs because, again, the event is garbage, in my opinion. So I'm gonna grind this thing out. I'll see where I'm at after that. Again, getting a double-double with the shooting guard is kind of the first order of business. So kind of how I go about doing this is I'll go into a breakout clutch time game first and foremost, and in that clutch time game, my main goal is going to be to get a double-double with the shooting guard. I know it sounds crazy, but that's literally my first goal here. Once I get that done, then I'll be able to move and groove. But obviously, again, need stats with centers, need to continue doing things. So go to Breakout, grind these things out, super quick, super easy to do. And then once you do that, again, play a multiplayer game, you're going to have a free 10 bucks to open up for yourself. So that's what I recommend you guys doing. That's going to wrap it up for our video today. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it down below in the comments. For me, the event's kind of underwhelming. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.